Hi, what's going on, everybody? My name's Mike. I'm an addict. 5 years clean, 5 years and some change. I'm 28 years old. I live in Chicago. I'm currently studying for my degree in applied science with a focus on addictions counseling. Um, just here to start this channel and maybe, hopefully, start a community, online community where people can come with questions or comments, just for support. I know when I was first getting clean, I was very introverted. Years of addiction kind of caused that. Before the drugs and the booze, it's definitely an extrovert. You couldn't find me inside the house. I was anywhere but. And now throughout the years of recovery, I'm kind of introverted. And I noticed when I first got clean, um, I had a big problem with identifying with people. Um, how can this person know what I'm going through? X, Y, and Z. A lot of doubt, lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. Um, I am qualified for the dual disorder, which is basically addiction with a mental disorder. I have major depression and moderate anxiety. I've had major depression since I was 13, medicated for major depression since I was 14. Um, Moderate anxiety, that didn't come till later. That didn't come till after the drugs. uh, but yeah, definitely on 30 milligrams of Paxil right now. And it helps. I could actually drive my car without a panic attack, which is nice. Still comes and goes every once in a while, but hey, that's recovery. Shit's not gonna be perfect. But anyways, I noticed that when I was getting into my sobriety in the beginning, when I was a newcomer coming through those doors, um, I needed something else besides meetings, and I couldn't find it on the internet at all. I mean, yeah, Reddit has subreddits where people can type to each other, I guess, but there's not too much support in a paragraph. I think this is more intimate. This is a little bit more real. Um, and another reason I'm doing this is just to give hope, man, for young people. Like I said, I live in Chicago. Um, Shit, I don't even know how many years we've been dubbed the murder and the heroin capital of the world simultaneously sometimes. But I've been in it, man. I've been there. My whole fucking city's in there right now. And it's sad, man. You got all walks of life now get in the dope. It's real shit. It used to just be an inner city thing, you know. Maybe if you were in the city, you did dope. But thanks to 290, which is our expressway, and a lot of other bullshit, the price, $10 a bag, that shit's blowing up, and you're seeing what you're seeing now. Something that's really sad is I have a friend who's an RN, and I don't want to say what hospital it's at, but the this plague is so bad right now in this city that they're actually running out of space in the morgue, and they're putting addicts in air conditioned hospital rooms because they literally have so many ODs, they don't have room anymore. And that to me is insane, but understandable. I'm a fucking addict. I get it. Um, this is hands down gonna be the hardest thing you ever do in your life. Hands down. I don't give a fuck if you're studying for your doctorate or you're trying to get that A in your rocket science class or whatever the hell it might be. This is legit going to be the hardest thing you're ever going to do in your life. asterisk if you're an addict, hands down. You know why? Because you could study for that test and ace it. It don't work like that with sobriety. You have to study, you have to work it. You have to study, you have to work it. Work the steps. It's kind of hypocritical saying this because I understand I'm going to be eventually, hopefully one day working in a hospital where 99.9.5% of all hospitals adopt the 12-step program. But the 12-step program isn't everybody's cup of tea. You should definitely try it out. Definitely walk through the doors. Definitely sit down with other addicts and alcoholics. Definitely get their side of the story. Because what that's going to do, it's going to make you feel like you're not alone. Loneliness, as you've probably already noticed, if you're watching this video, you're probably going through something related to addiction. Loneliness is going to be there a lot. Whether it's because you fucked people over, whether it's because people judge you because of what you did. There's a plethora of reasons, you're gonna get lonely, and you have to understand that that's okay. Our whole life, well, at least in America, we're designed, we're taught that being a loner is weird. Being an outcast is wrong. You don't want to be a hermit. You want to have a lot of friends. You want to be social. You want to go out to the bar. You want to socialize and make friends and the whole bit. There's nothing wrong with that, though. There's nothing wrong with taking time off for yourself to get yourself back on track. There's nothing weird. There's nothing wrong. Don't ever condemn it. And try not to get depressed over it. The three words that come to mind in the beginning of recovery is loneliness, depression, anxiety. And that's just off the top. And I know that's not exactly what you might want to hear right now. But at the same time, it kind of should be, because at least you're not going fucking insane. It's completely normal to feel lonely. It's completely normal to feel depressed. It's completely fucking normal to be anxious, man. You just did fucking drugs your whole life, dude. And now you just want to be all, ooh, I don't know why I don't feel good all the time. It's because you did this for 5 years, or at least in my case it was. Be okay with being alone. That's the first thing. How do you be okay with being alone? I can only tell you what worked for me. Like I said in the beginning, check out the meetings. Number 2, read. Yes, a book with the pages and the paper and it has words on it. Read. Anything related, anything to get you on a path to either believe in a power greater than yourself or to help empower yourself to become a greater image of you, if that makes any sense. You need something, I don't want to say metaphysical because I'm not that spiritual of a person, but you need some kind of textbook or a website or something that works for you to get you out of here. You need to get the fuck out of here. You might hear this in the rooms. Your greatest decisions led you here. And that shit hits home for me sometimes. My greatest decisions before I went to rehab the first time landed me in rehab. So 2, read. And when I say read, I mean spiritual books. What I used to do, go into a half-price books, go into what's it called? Those thrift stores. Go straight to the book section. You could get a book for 25 cents. Seriously. Find a book that reaches out to you. I can only say what helped me. I was going through a real spiritual phase in the beginning. I can only tell you authors I've picked up, but Neil Donald Walsh, Conversations with God. It's a trilogy, very good book. Anything by Thich Nhat Hanh, Buddhist Zen priest or Zen Buddhist monk, I should say. Insane. It made me feel just the way he wrote things. It's amazing. Who else? Rudy. There's this monk called Rudy. That's all it is. That's his name. Rudi. Check him out. Pick up the big book, man. Even if you don't want to pick it up, pick it up. You can't not like something before you check it out. Don't push something away because you think it's not going to work. Open up that book. For me, as like an agnostic, what the first thing I turned to was the We as Agnostics chapter. I think it's 12 or some shit. But open up that book, man, and see why you have a problem with religion, if you do. Because a lot of the people that started that big book, especially Bill, he was at least an agnostic, if not an atheist. The pioneers of that group, for whatever reason, they didn't go to church every Sunday, and they say that in the book too. Pick that shit up, read that shit. The NA book's awesome. A lot of AA people, they'll knock on the NA group and say it's not for real. I don't think anybody should be saying that. That's just me. But some people in NA works better than AA, and vice versa. It's what I'm trying to say is everyone's different. Okay. Number 3. Tips and tricks, man. You're gonna have to make a new circle of friends, obviously. If you went to rehab already, they would have told you that shit from the get-go. Obviously, it goes without saying, but you need new friends. And your old friends, there's gonna be a lot of drama coming soon, because they're either, at least again in my case, they're either gonna support you or they're not. It's very black and white. I have a close group of old friends that I still talk to this day, who understand why I don't go out anymore, and this, that, and the next. But there's a whole other group that doesn't understand that. Oh, he thinks he's better than us because he's clean. Oh, he thinks he's better than us. It's a very misconceived notion, and it's based off misunderstanding. You just gotta tell them, I'm not hanging out with you because of you. I'm not hanging out with you because of me. That's what I had to say. As cliche as it sounds, it's not you, it's me. But it's true. It's not that I don't appreciate you. I just can't trust myself in that situation, whether it be a bar, whether it be a party, or whatever the fuck. Keep in mind, this is all in the beginning. This is all within the first couple years, couple months, couple years of sobriety. Today, I could go to a party. I'm fucking fine. Give me a Mountain Dew. Pull it up. I don't know. You need to create a better circle of friends. Doesn't necessarily, asterisk, have to be a fuck that. If you can't make new friends, that's why I'm making this channel. Cause it's hard, man. Me scusa. But it's hard having that stigma or that connotation or that history, because you know what people do? People like to talk. People like to gossip. And that's one of the shitty things about going to rehab. It's a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, I'm going to rehab, I'm getting better. But when you come back, everybody fucking knows. And that took me a while to get over. Still to this day, that kind of irks me. Because at the end of the day, that shit is my business. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not on the news. So why are you putting me out there like I am? It's that shit kind of got to me for a while. There's gonna be a lot of anger, man. You're gonna be angry, and again, this is all completely normal. You've been using, man. What do you think's gonna happen? You gotta chill. You just gotta learn how to chill. Number four, man, meditate. That's insane. But if you told me to meditate like 5, 7 years ago, laughed in your face, man. But hey, the reason meditation is so important, especially in recovery, is because once again it gets you out of your mind. Your mind in the beginning is going to be your worst enemy, because your mind is trained to go for the easy way, easy way out. Oh, I'm depressed, I'm gonna get high. Oh, I'm feeling sick, I'm gonna get high. Okay, now that is out of your life, whatever that X was, what are you gonna do now? You need to meditate. That's my opinion. You need to get out of your mind, because in the beginning, you're going to be thinking a lot. You're going to be lonely, and that's going to make you think more. Kind of recycles back to the book thing. But man, if I could sell anything, it would be meditation. To newcomers. What meditation is going to teach you is to live in the now, and that sounds kind of weird too. To live in the present moment. The mind loves to reflect, and it loves to remember. And it needs to stop doing that, because what the mind doesn't realize is that you're living now. You're not living back then. What meditation is going to do, it's going to help you focus on your breathing. There's breathing exercises. YouTube that shit. YouTube breathing meditation exercise. That'll help you come back. You could do that any time of the day. You don't have to cross your legs in the lotus position. You don't have to go to the yoga center across the street. You could literally be at work and just do that, and you'll feel better. And I know that sounds weird. I know it might sound even against your religion for some people. I know there's a lot of Christians out there who won't meditate because that's considered Hinduism or Buddhism. You need to get the fuck over that shit. You need to stop judging other religions. If that's a thing you do, stop it. Because people who judge, they'll never see freedom. They'll never get to experience it. I've seen that throughout the course of my life with field work at school. You need to, if not be open-minded, at least respect other people's opinions when it comes to religion. Because guess what? Jesus ain't the only thing that can save you. There's a lot of other things out there that can. And one of the things that threw me off in the beginning was that this Jesus is the only person that's going to save me. And this Jesus person is the only person that's going to help me out or can help me out. That's some bullshit. Don't believe him, man. And another, going back to the finding new friends and shit like that, like, there's going to be, just like with any organization, there's going to be good people and there's going to be shitty people. Not every Catholic priest is going around touching little boys. Not every fucking Scientologist out there knows that it's a scam. They truly believe that shit. They truly believe that they're helping the world. And not every Asian person, for example, knows karate. There's gonna be shitty people in good places, and the reason I say that is because I went to a lot of shitty meetings. I went to a lot of racist meetings that they kept under the sheets, and that's one thing with me, man. I got a zero tolerance policy for racism. My best friend's black. My godmother's Mexican. When you're living in Chicago, you can't be racist, and that's one of the few reasons I like this city. You're racist? Okay. See what happens. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, a lot of these meetings, man, in the beginning it's like, yo, these are some good people, man. And then you go to their house, and then you go to their parties, and then you start noticing some weird stuff, like where the fuck are all the black people? Where the fuck are all the Mexicans at? And then you start noticing, oh, it's because this dude's racist. That's why. And then he, busting out the black jokes because he thinks that I'm secretly a racist too. And that's when you stop seeing Mike, coming over to home meetings and shit like that. Sorry if this is all over the place. I'm just kind of freestyling this right now. I didn't write anything down because I want it to be authentic. I want this to be a real channel. I'm not trying to sell you spiritual gemstones. I'm not trying to sell you bullshit. I want this to be real. There's going to be cussing. Sorry, but I'm a city kid. That's what happens. It's just, this is going to be a raw channel. There's no bullshit here. There's no rub your belly 3 times and take a nap. There's going to be none of that bullshit. This is real recovery. And that's what I kind of want to put out there, Again, this is a very brief introductory episode. I'm gonna have more shit coming out soon, but there needs to be somebody out there talking to the youth because right now not a lot of people are, and that's why I'm here. Recovery is possible, guys. Take those 3 tips I said. One, check out the meetings. Check out meetings until you find one that you like. Okay. There's going to be a lot of shitty meetings out there. Find a location. I don't care if you got to drive an hour to go get it. Because you would have drove an hour to go get that dope bag. So find that meeting. Find a book that you want to read, man. Find a spiritual book that calls out to you. You'll know when you come across it. You'll feel something. Not to get too weird, but there was like the sixth sense that tells you to pick up that book. Pick it up. And number 3, meditate. You meditate for 60 seconds. Breathe. You look up a technique online or just do like I showed you with that simple in and out breath, and that's all you focus on. Just focus on that breath and focus on a second breath. Focus on a third breath. Sometimes you'll find yourself waking up 30 minutes later, like what the hell? I just meditated for 30 minutes and I feel great. So just take those 3 tips. There's going to be way more coming up, but I don't want to make this video too long, but just know that there's people out there, man. You're not alone. Keep on keeping on, man. Peace.